What is up? It is me. It is I. I am the greatest there is, the greatest there was, and the greatest there ever will be. I am greatness personified. Myself. Yes. Yes. Stoney. Greatness. And I am here. The man of the hour. The myth. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun. I'm jumping the gun. Jumping the gun. Because, yeah. Kyng comes out last, apparently. For long. But, I don't know what that means. We got a guest. He's a recurring guest, friend of the show, official member of the staff. Not the staff, but, he is the beautiful, the wonderful. He is our stat boy. It is Rosko. Oh, y'all get applause. Y'all get Rosko applause. Y'all ain't give me nothing. Y'all just sat down for mine.
I thought you were going to keep on with the bees because, I'm wearing all blue.
Yeah.
But, beautiful was all I need. And wonderful.
You all blued out.
Blued out.
He blued out, y'all. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for having me back. I'm excited to talk about this hell of a finale.
Yeah. We're excited to have you. Thank you. And so now we got to bring about the reason why y'all are all here. So, let's bring about the man of the hour, the myth, the legend, the activist, the author, the conqueror, the educator, the entertainer, the empowerer, the philanthropist, the Hall of Famer, the biggest, baddest, bodacious, bona fide stud.
Now the alliteration.
So show some respect to Bet the D, because they come from all across the world to see the man who wears the crown that hangs 2 inches from the ground. He is your king. He is my king. He is King Kevyn.
All right. Thank you for that. And I'm not going to lie. This is for Stoney.
Oh.
Because they will sleep on you, Stoney.
It was. That's right.
No, we're not doing that. No, you look and sound good. Yeah. So, no, we're not going to do this stuff.
We got a show to do now. Y'all later. I don't get paid for this either.
All right. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in to an amazing episode of the GreatMines Show. Thank you to our Rosko. I was about to call him the stat boy, but thank you for joining us again. I like your background.
I thought it was such a Caucasian type of finale. It was very white woman, and I figured why not be in the house setting that is very white woman. You don't live?
That's cute. I gotta look in the monitor.
Well,
that is awesome.
That's cute.
Cabinets.
Wait. When Rosko went live, I was looking like, wait a second, something different. I'm seeing something in the screen. I didn't see. Okay, I like it. I feel like you did that.
We'll call Georgia.
No, so if you guys follow the show, we have not been on the past week because there was a 2-part finale.
Yeah, it was a filler show. Let's be real.
It was a filler show. I do want to touch on a few things. Hey, Mom.
Hey.
I'm your mom.
And we really didn't want to bore y'all with the filler show, and it was just there really wasn't anything of note to cover.
Oh no, wait, I got some notes. I'm looking wrong.
We got notes.
I got some notes.
I ain't deemed anything noteworthy. So
all right, I'll point some stuff out to you guys.
Let's do it.
So before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, join us in the comment section. The comments are live. Your comments may pop up on the screen if you're on Facebook or YouTube. I know on Instagram we don't see the comments, but join the comments and share this video with someone else so that way they can join in. We're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 9 finale.
Instagram free on.
So what I want you guys to do is to chime in with us. If you know who these queens are, you've been watching the show with us, join in the conversation. If not, open your ears up. You're going to learn some stuff and we're going to have some fun. So, like I said, it's going to be a 2-part finale. So it was one episode which aired last weekend. Nice.
Yeah, I know. I need to be watching the Olympics.
And then we'll talk about the final episode, the grand finale, where we crown the queen of All-Stars 9 for charity. All right, so walking into the workroom last week, they come to the table and they see a pink furry box. Inside the box, there was this little game, I guess, where each of the queens had the opportunity to perform whatever was written on these different cards and win $1,500 for the charity. So those things like impersonating each other or a celebrity, dance, or do stand up for 5 minutes or something like that. Like, it was just like a bunch of random things to do for fun.
Mm-hmm.
After all of the girls won $1,500, so everybody has money for their charity one way or another at this point. After that, Paul goes on the room and starts to get the riddle about their mini challenge. There was a mini challenge last week, which they're saying is a filler episode. But in this episode, we get the tic-tac. Huh?
I keep looking off the face. I don't know really what's going on with me. But continue.
So they had the tic-tac. They had the mini challenge where they were making over the crew members. That was noteworthy to talk about. I got some notes. They had their moments to choreograph their pieces for the variety extravaganza with the dancers, and we got to see some of them excel and struggle. So I think there's a few things we could talk about.
Did your notes have anything to do with Willem's allegations?
It does not.
Oh,
Talk about that?
see, I'm always bringing dirt. That's you know.
Well, how do we get there? We're talking about All-Stars 9.
Yeah, we are. But there was, some stuff that came out about, apparently.
I mean, if your
sexual
ears are
assault
to the
lawsuits.
ground in the drag race hemisphere, you
Allegedly.
Oh, you've heard it.
Yeah, from the crew. This is what
Oh, is that how that came about?
Yeah, because the crew was being made over. So on the Race Chasers podcast with Willem and Alaska, Willem was like dropping bombs because Willem.
Oh.
And I think this is also, I think this is the reason why they got, or it was either in response to getting kicked out of DragCon or right before they got kicked out of DragCon, recently. So
Interesting.
yeah, it's been, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of drama, with Willem and stuff. It's all out in the YouTube. Go look it up.
Yes, that is an interesting story. Since we're off topic,
Mm-hmm.
prayers up for Morphine. Love Dion.
Yes, my girl.
Over the weekend with DragCon, she and several other of her associates or friends or whatever were in Uber. There was a fatal crash. Morphine is alive and she is injured, but she's recovering. But there was a fatality in that crash, so prayers up for them and their family. Remember, guys, even in Ubers, you gotta be safe.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that,
all that.
so with that, let's talk about these makeovers. So there are 8. So they brought out 8 crew members. I'm going to name the crew members and what they did. Well, what they do on set.
Extensive notes.
Yeah. I'm ready today.
They had a reporter hat on for the finale, y'all. Go ahead.
All right, so the teams were randomly put together as Ruth said, random. Ian was a set dresser, and he was paired with Gottmik. Suzette, the head hairstylist, was partnered with Chanel. Conrad, the prop maker, was paired with Roxy. Malcolm, who's a production assistant, he was paired with Angeria. Melissa, who works with the art department, she was paired with Plastique Tiara. Gaia, who is a segment producer, she was paired with Nina West. Kristen, who works in audio, was paired with Angie, and then Justin, who's assistant set manager. He's the one in Untucked that always says, "All right, Queens, the guest judge has to go back." Somebody's is your volume up? I think that was it.
Was it?
I think that was it. All right.
It was all the way down.
But so yeah,
Sorry.
so that was Justin, who again is assistant set manager, who we also learned is a Kobe. So that's fun news to know. On top of it, during the reveal of the Queens, Scott Mix Ian became Got Moss, and they look like Mick. So the painted white face, the bone straight black hair,
Right.
and the bodysuit and leather, BDSM. That's Nick. So, then Suzette, who was with Chanel, she was turned into Coco. Now, ironically enough, to me, she looked like Joy from Inside Out with the blue hair.
She did. That's the first thing I thought about too.
It was a little pixie wig.
I did see it. Yeah. Little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rosko, was it you who said it? Like her look wasn't really drag. It was just girl going out
Like a
Maybe you didn't say
makeover.
it.
It was just a.
Yeah,
It was just a
it was a-
regular
it was a
makeover.
makeover.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't
it was a
like
makeover.
anything drag specific. Yeah.
Right, but it wasn't like drag.
Mm-hmm. Not like how Nina West did her daughter.
Who's next? Roxy had Conrad, who became Venice Andrews, and wait, what did I write down here?
Is it Venus?
It's Venus.
Venus.
I'm like Venice.
Venice.
Right. I'm
Like
like
the
Venice.
No. I think it was Venus. Someone. Oh no, it was Atlantis. Okay. No.
No, Atlantis was for
No.
Mateo.
So Plastique's girl was Venus Tiara.
Right.
Roxy's person was Venice Andrews. I wrote it I took notes as it was happening. Trust me. I quote me on it.
Okay.
Hello fellas. Hope I get to see you this weekend. Sis, I'll be in town. Hope so. Where's he? Where was I at? Then there was Gaia. No, that made me skip a couple of people. See, y'all threw me off. Malcolm, the PA, was turned into Angelina Paris Van Michaels and had a very typical Angie look.
Yes, definitely looked like a Van Michaels.
Yes.
Like,
Then Melissa, who was paired with Plastique, turned into Venus Tiara. And she looked good. She was bodied and she had great personality. So we liked her. She was in this all red look. It was cute. It's funny because Plastique is like a toothpick, but this woman was bodied, but they still had a little bit of the same type of flair. A little bit, but this wasn't like the family resemblance. This was just a makeover. So didn't really matter.
yeah, but I mean, it was basically executed
Executed,
like a
yeah.
family resemblance.
It was.
Thing,
I mean, because when you hear makeover, that's
yeah,
basically
like,
what
and
it is. I can't
then
really
the
tell.
drag queen is going to make them look like, kind of them because their natural way
Chanel.
of painting,
Yeah, I don't know what Chanel is.
Well, Chanel's a makeup artist, so.
That's why.
But that's why you would have thought that her makeover would have been more dramatic as a drag queen.
So
Yeah,
thought
you
it
would
was
have,
subpar.
but I don't know. I think maybe it was the 30-minute time limit.
Maybe.
Um,
Goodness, ghost in the studio.
Okay. Just brightening up your day.
So then there was Gaia, who was paired with Nina. Her name became To the West.
To the West.
And
West.
she was pretty. She was campy. She had a whole bunch of energy, a great attitude. Came in skipping. And
Nina's daughter, all right.
I was just about to say, like, she really gave me Nina's daughter.
Yeah.
Then we had Kristen
Didn't
from
have the
Audio.
big nostrils though.
Say what?
They didn't have the big nostrils though.
Oh no!
Wow.
But
Track
it's
her.
okay. It's okay. Everybody doing it. See what she.
All right.
See what she
So then we had Kristen, who was paired with Benji from Audio. Her name was Atlantis Mateo. And to me, she looked a mess. She looked a mess.
I mean, she didn't look the best to everybody, but I wouldn't say she looked the mess. Like, she just looked like Banshee daughter. She looked like Banshee daughter on season 10.
No.
Not to be better, season 11.
No. I am very fair and particular with my words. When a person does if a person did mediocre, I will say that. I did not get dragged. I did not get Benji Fuchi Mama stepping out. I got a 5-year-old playing in clothes in the closet for 36.
Wow.
That's what I got from that look.
Mm-hmm.
It was a mess. And I know I can be super critical, but I also think that it's the truth.
I can say it wasn't the best look, but to say
no, it wasn't. It was the worst. Of course, it wasn't the best.
But I don't think it was a complete mess. I think for what the challenge was supposed to be, a makeover, I think she did get a makeover. Was it the best makeover? No, but I feel like it could have been worse. Personally, that's how I see it.
I mean, when you look at it like that, yeah, of course it could have been worse, but it was the worst that was displayed, in my opinion.
Right. Think how everybody wants.
It was the worst. And I was about to say, when it ended up being everybody. But hold on, we still got to talk about one more person, which was Justin, assistant set manager of George's, who became Justine Colby. I think that Justine was fun, but manly.
Very.
And I wanted to say, you bleach blonde, bad built, butch body, broad shoulder, bad wig looking. At the end of the day, Justin, we love you. Georges, we love you. Sasha Colby, we love you. But it was fun. I'll put it like that. Because Benji's queen was still the worst, in my opinion.
Wow. That's
yeah. I mean, I love Benji. I love Benji so much. God. But, you know.
No, I mean, it was fun. They had 30 minutes to get their crew members to drag.
And 30 minutes,
There was no stakes to it. It was just something fun to do. Nobody lost anything. Nobody gained anything. Everybody won. So it was.
So yeah, what now to speak it up? What the hell was the point of doing that?
What's the point of half the shit we seen in this season?
Yeah,
I just realized
there was nothing on the line, and that's what I kind of figured. There was nothing on the line. There was nothing announced at the beginning that something was on the line. Like there was nothing on the line, so I figured everybody was going to win. It was definitely a filler episode.
We did learn about the double diamond.
Yeah, but that was
last week's episode.
Yeah. Or the beginning of the finale to raise the stakes, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
We could not let them know that they were working for that. But they had to vote, which is something we'll get. See, there are things in that episode to talk about.
There is. I just think overall, I mean, it's been one of the lowest rating Drag Race episodes so far, and it shows because like the episode as a whole was just kind of pointless. It was in the wrong direction to go for a finale. Like I think
it probably started out good, but
how they
people tuned out.
Yeah, yes.
People probably tuned out once they saw that there wasn't anything of substance, or consequence going on in the thing, that was actually going on. Yeah, like, oh, it's going to be the same next week and everybody's going to be the same and then everything's going to happen next week. I'll just tune in next week.
I feel like if they had did the talent show that episode and just told us who was the top, like even if, well, I don't say the winners are yet, but the top 2 all-stars of that week just have won, and then they go to the finale. That's when you do the whole who do you want to win out of these 3, like kind of like to like change up the trajectory of like the show,
right?
Because at first it just looks like, oh well, anybody that can win, and then they have this whole episode around just like the queens just being there, honestly, like nothing more. Like it was just them being there.
I mean, I want to read Elijah's comment, and then I'm gonna give my statement. Elijah says, I hated this episode so much. It was a waste. Laugh my effing A off. Part 1 should have been the talent show. Part 2 should have been a lip sync off or a song.
That's
show.
what I'm saying.
And yeah, we agree with you on that, Elijah.
You know, and then
But
when they did the part 1 thing with the fan vote, they had people like, you know, tweet out who they were teaming and stuff like that, and those numbers came in, you know, like, and it's like 30.5% of fans were Team Roxy, 30.5% of fans were Team Roxy, 4.5% of fans were Team Georgia, 17.7% of fans were Team Angeria, 2.2% of fans were Team Chanel, 8.8 for Got Mick, 5.6 for Benji, and 0.2 for Nina West.
wow.
Wait, where's his on? Let me see this list.
Wait, I don't want to get too far off the point I was about to make.
I don't want to get too far off
my point. Hold on. I don't want to get too far off my point though, because it was something. Because I can see why everyone looks at this as a throwaway type of episode, but in terms of the stakes, I do think that it at least introduces them. Like the double diamond is introducing this. The fact that whoever wins the challenge gets 3 badges. That changes the stakes, and on some level, when you say it's anybody's game, if played right, it could be. So, I definitely wanted to highlight that at least for why I think it was important that we talked about this episode before we talked about the finale. Which I pretty much just talked about it.
Right.
Only other thing I want to talk about is the vote.
Well, the thing about the vote, typical Instagram stuff. All right, that makes sense. Well, my thing is with this whole episode trajectory of like just having the stakes being raised, all that could have been like, you know, done in one episode or just like the second episode. I feel like they could have just like had the talent show be that first episode and still had like them at the end of the talent show do the voting, and then like that could have been the stake that could be raised for next week with to find out who, like, you know, gets it. Like, because I think their whole idea was that, oh well, we're gonna do this at the end of the episode and then showcase on the next episode to kind of make us wait to think who's gonna win that double diamond. But I think if they formatted where whoever won that episode for the top 2, they could have got those 3 badges. The votes could have went in, and then we could see if there was a chance for next week if one of your favorite queens could have like gotten that double diamond. I think that's a higher stake than to try to have it be like one episode where you don't even know who the winners are, and then next week you know who the winners are, and then who we find out is pointless. You know, even if it went that same way, it would have been pointless. But I think But I think the stakes would have been much better because it would have been like you might have thought it was these top 3, but then the double diamond comes in. And it's like, and now you're in the top 3.
But I'm like, if they did that, it would have been better for them to do a top 4 because then even that second episode with a lip sync SmackDown for the crown where
but they kind of already did a lot of Perusa,
and then boom.
That's what I thought was crazy.
Perusa is different from Lollapalooza is different from a SmackDown for the crown.
True.
Point blank, period. Like,
but I agree with what Rosko's saying. Like, this is the place. Like that first finale episode would have been the place for Lollapalooza, despite y'all adding this so early in the season.
Where they could have easily swapped the variety show for the Lollapalooza episode and stuff like that. Yeah,
that would have been perfect placement for the episode.
I actually am not even a fan of them doing the variety shows for All Stars at the end. Like, it made sense at All Stars 7, but not really even then. But like, we can make it a pass where it was all winter season. But for All Stars 8, it didn't really work because I think it would have changed the game if James and Lala won that first episode. If they were like, well, actually, it was a format like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if one of them would have won that episode, it would have been different than Kahana winning. Even with this, like being at the end, I just felt like that could have been like something that would have been much more worth it in the first episode than how it is later on, because we could have had a lot of Perusa for that episode. Sometimes. Suppose. Anyway, I just think the Lollapalooza, or not the Lollapalooza, the lip sync SmackDown for the crowd is, I won't say getting played out, but I just want them to have like a different format of like how to get the crowd, especially since last year with Jimbo winning. To me, Candy really did good with that lip sync, and I know the lip sync doesn't matter, but that's the thing. It doesn't matter. Like.
That's something that I do want to talk about when we get to the end of the show. But the only other thing I want to talk about with this vote, and it comes up in conversation in the next episode, how these girls voted. And it's interesting that Roxy chose to vote for Nina West, and Nina West chose to vote for Roxy, but for two totally different reasons. Like, Roxy was like, hey, I wouldn't be here if it was for you. You gave me my first badge. I'm here because of you, girl. This is going to you. When I knew I had to do this, automatically I knew that this was going to you. And Miss Congeniality was trying to stat Roxy out of the game.
Yeah. Roxy was definitely, her vote was definitely a conniving vote.
You mean Nina?
Or Nina, yes, Nina, not Roxy. Roxy came from a good heart, good place,
Do you have who all voted for who written down?
No.
I think I remember. If I remember correctly, it was Gottmik, Roxy, was it Chanel? Oh no, Chanel. I think Chanel voted for. Chanel voted for Jerry.
I don't know who Chanel voted for.
I know Jerry voted for Vanjie. Plastique voted for. Did Plastique vote for Nina? She voted for Roxy, I think.
Yep.
Right. George's voted for Plastique. And who am I forgetting?
Roxy voted for Nina. Nina voted for Roxy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about who Chanel voted for, but I would have to say Nina.
I think Chanel voted for Nina.
That's the only thing that makes sense to make it 3. And
I really think it's your phone.
No, it's not. My phone is muted.
Is your volume down?
My phone is down. My volume is
My
off.
volume is down and I'm muted.
Me too.
My volume is off. Look. See? Off. Nothing.
Anyway, which is it goes.
All right, so now the next episode, which is the final episode, episode 12,
Yes.
is the extra special announcement. It starts off with the extra special announcement from VP Kamala Harris, telling us how important it is for us to get out and vote. We still got time. Make sure that you're registered. Go to vote.gov today. Make sure that you are registered and do your part in this election. Help us to continue to live in a free America.
You got to make history. Like, you got to make history again. Okay? And it's not about, superficial bullshit. Like, yeah, we're gonna take a little detour real fast because this is potent shit. All right? Because like man just said, we're gonna fix it. You won't have to vote again in 4 years. What the hell do you mean, sir? Because every 4 years we have an election. It is what it is. It's a constitutional right. The only way that can happen is if you're talking about suspending the Constitution, which basically means that he can do whatever the hell he wants and say whatever the hell he wants and put whatever rules in and everything else like that. And do y'all want that? Do y'all want that? Because that's exactly what the hell's going to happen. And it's going to be terrible. Like, he's going to join other dictators like Putin and shit like that, and then world and everything. Gay rights is going, vitro fertilization, birth control, everything else like that. We will be reduced to a third world country that we are. You know.
And I have for a minute avoided talking politics. I only wanted to create a space where, call it mind numbing, but
right.
a break from
But no, I've
reality.
seen too many black folks, and especially black folks within our own community, posting about I'm not with her. For what? Who you with then? Because he ain't with you.
Okay. And you gonna gag.
And the crazy part is that it means anybody, honestly. At the end of the day, it was, and his cronies.
Yeah, and the rich folk. You not rich. You not rich. I could understand if you are making more than $150,000 a year to where you are contemplating a vote for Donald Trump. Because it would be beneficial. His policies are beneficial for your bottom line at the end of the day because of how much money you make. I get why you would be considerate. But if you don't make that much money, no. Lean over this way? All right. There we go. I'm sorry. See,
all right,
pushing me over to the left. I need to.
We're going to get back on track, too.
Yeah.
All right. So, VP Harris,
Kamala, Democratic nominee.
Other figures in the gay community or in entertainment are there sitting on the couch with her. She makes an announcement.
Yeah.
And we get into this episode where we're having a slave forward variety extravaganza. And as Stoney and Rosko mentioned, like it was a talent show, pretty much. So when they're in the workroom this day, Kylie Sonique Love, winner of season 6 of ALLSTARS, she comes out to chat with the girls, see where they are, check in, and encourage them to go a little further. And while they're all la and kikiing, she pulls out an iPad from her bag magically, the magic of production, and on the iPad is Jimbo to check in. And I guess they just wanted to rub off their women energy on the girls.
She had it between her cheeks.
That where it was?
Yeah, it was.
It had to be between her cheeks.
It's like pull it out,
yeah. Like swiped it out like a card.
Okay. She's body.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one.
Jimbo was there. She was on tour, Jimbo. So she couldn't come and give away the crown. But Kylie Sonique didn't give away her crown and everything. She wasn't there for Jimbo to give Jimbo the crown because All-Star 7, of course, was all winners. You know, the best.
Yeah, so she wouldn't have given the crown to Jinx. Who are you?
Yeah, who are you? I'm the queen of all queens. All-Star. Like, winner of All-Stars.
I just said a lot of stuff. I can't backtrack to everything right now, but he said I'd rather had Jimbo than Sonique there. I like seeing Sonique.
I like seeing Kylie.
So she had her moment, giving away the crown, and maybe.
And I think she deserved that moment because she didn't do it for Jimbo, which again shows you how Rick All-Stars 8 was for Jimbo.
Right.
But it was nice to have her like pass the crown down and kind of keep that tradition that was like ongoing. Because I think the last time they did it was All-Stars 4 because All-Stars 5 whole pandemic thing.
Let's talk about the guest judge. The guest judge was Connie Britton from American Horror Stories. And the girls line up on what they were doing. So we had Angeria come out first. And Angeria did a lip sync. All right, let me say this now. If you are a drag queen, a working drag queen, and you go on to RuPaul's Drag Race, and they say talent show, and you lip sync, I feel like if there was a scoring system, you should lose points. because
again, it was billed as a variety show.
Exactly.
Variety show, talent show, either way, it doesn't matter.
It was
when
billed as a
you are
variety
a
show,
drag
but
queen,
presented as a talent show, which is
Right.
confusing. You know, yes.
either way, you can say variety
World of
show, you
Wonder
can call it
clean
a
it up.
talent show, you can call it a side show. It don't matter. When you're a drag queen, when that's your profession, that's what you do on a nightly basis. You lip sync. That's what you do. You host. That's bare minimum.
I mean,
I'm not saying that it's not talent.
Um,
I'm not saying that it's not talent, but when you're a drag queen who does this day in and day out, we're on the 12th episode of this season. We've seen you do this. Your talent should be something else. What?
It's the way you say your talent. You're studying.
I'm like,
It was a lot of passion that.
Oh, yeah, I'm very passionate about it.
I see it. Oh, wow.
But your talent should be something else.
This goes out to all the queens from the May seasons to the ALLSTARs. Like, dope.
yep.
I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
Crystal
though.
sitting at home watching us like, I done hit all the notes. So
Listen.
He ain't talking to me. I'm letting it fly.
Get home because it is talent to lip sync and to get in front of people and the costumes or the outfits or the makeup and the wigs and the different things, the concepts that they come up with in their lip syncs are brilliant. I am in love with drag.
Nothing. Y'all not saying nothing. It's okay.
But the reality is, if I'm watching a drag queen and a talent show, I want to be shocked by what's happening.
I mean, I think to be fair, I've been to like some drag show, especially like recently, where like it is like I would say like variety show aesthetic, and you know you have people who like don't have like the talents to like juggle or to backflip into all these other things.
Maybe
you know?
not, but figure it out. Who was it that jump rope?
What you know how to do?
Well,
You know how to
moving.
well, let me hold on. Let me
get off of work.
That part.
So I feel like writing is a talent. If you're writing an original song, not everybody can write an original song.
That is a talent. Sing it.
Let me finish.
Yes, sing it.
Let me finish it.
Yes.
Not everybody has that as a talent, though. You know, like have the training ability to do both.
This is one thing
You can
I would say.
Bring a mannequin head.
You know
Show
what?
me how you can cornroll
No,
that's gonna be
in
boring.
20
Wait. Freaking Willow Pill was throwing spaghetti in the bathtub. Come on now.
I mean, I can't excuse that, but what I'm saying is,
But even with Angeria, her song played to her talent. It was still a lip sync, but it was clever. Park and Bark, which says, I ain't gonna dance. I'm standing right here and just sell it.
right, which I actually really ate because she
It really did.
So, but like, I feel like, you know, that's a talent. Everybody can be that captivating in a number. Yes.
I could be captivating.
So I'm going to hear the greatness of Stoney's song.
Wait a second.
Wait
Wait a second. I want to check in with the comments. Elijah said, well, to play devil's advocate, some of these new drags now and some older ones can't lip sync. So I guess it is a talent.
No shade. You see Plastique, clack that T.
No shade. If they wrote their song, that's the talent. LOL.
Thank you, Elijah. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, Elijah, for your opinion.
That's a talent. That's a fact. Because let me say that. Would you rather they have an original song or something like? Because I think that was one thing that was had Plastique not win because I don't think that was an original song. I think that was someone else's song that she was doing performance to, and she wasn't even really like lip syncing. And I think
so Instagram.
I think that alone was probably like did not give her the proper win that people thought she was going to get because compared to everyone else, you know, we have people that did original numbers in lip sync. We have people that are actually like performing, like, you know, doing different things. Yeah, what you did was all cute, but there was no really like talent aside from that. At least that's how I look at it.
I would love. Well, I didn't get to Plastique yet.
I know
because I do want to talk about that. We just on this passionate moment talking about what talent is.
Yes.
And all right, let's get through it because we have certain people who did different things. So let's look at what we got. As I said, Angeria Paris Van Michaels did Park and Bark. She basically said, I don't have to run around the stage and dance. I'm glamorous, you ugly viewer.
Yeah, we can say bitch.
I
Ugly bitch.
I didn't want my mom to hear me use that word.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. Sorry, Mom.
I mean, all the other words I've used, but yeah. Anyway, then we had Got Mick. She did a little lip sync and she played the guitar. She wants to infuse drag with guitar. I think that that's a brilliant thing to do because we have so many queens who are leaning into their actual other gifts and talents. Why be limited to just lip syncing? So I think that she looked great. I think that her talent was cool. I personally am not a fan of the genre, but she did a wonderful job.
I just didn't like the song. I think what she did was cute, but the song, yeah, like it was just like, all right, got big. But again,
It's Brandon.
but it is brilliant. But wait, hold on. I do feel like, and this goes back to what I was saying earlier about like how I prefer the variety challenge being the beginning. I think that could have been a winner if we were like in episode 1 and she did that song.
You know,
Like,
like,
yeah,
she could have put it in the top, maybe. Because
Yeah,
she
she
did
could've
more
been in
than
the
just
top.
lip sync.
Yeah.
She could
Yeah,
have been in the top.
top,
She would've been
right?
in the
She would have been top. But I definitely feel like
Wait,
it's
one
been
thing at
played
a
out
time,
by
Elijah. Elijah said Montgomery wrote her whole group verses, left my F&A off on season 16. That's talent, LOL. Then he said,
right, okay.
and then we was just talking about the song,
Got
Got Mick, he said one child.
Well, Elijah agrees. Writing is a talent. I agree too.
It is a talent. I mean, and I get it if, like, you're doing an original song. Yes, it is a talent just writing it. That takes work. Unless, like, some people just spit it off like that, but which is even more of a talent.
Yeah.
But if you were to sing it live, I mean, if you're entertaining, you don't necessarily have to sound the best. You get cool points for when it does, but we understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Next we had Georges, and she does a lip sync and a dance, and all right, aesthetically, I loved it. I think that Georges is shocking me every time I see her now. She is making me realize that she is a force to be reckoned with. So, in terms of my argument about talent, I don't know, because she can dance. That is the talent.
That was the talent.
That's a talent, but
That's
she could
the talent.
dance.
The number was about her dancing.
And she could dance.
And she could dance.
And-
She killed it.
And she's even to kind of go back to like how she was in the beginning of the season with like having struggled with choreography, which she still did, like how shown in episode 11. I think the whole talent aspect of her getting better with like choreography and teaching, like, you know,
Because it was good.
it was really good. They timed everything really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that lift, flip, and swoosh across the floor.
She ate that.
Yeah.
And she was so small.
She had the judges panel screaming.
Yes, Rue was screaming like she saw Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, like it was that
I'm about to get her
serious.
life.
All right,
She was
let's
like,
just be real. Let's just be real. We're here at the finale. This is the final episode. Who in here, by show of hands, expected Georges to do what she's been doing these past couple episodes? By show of
I
hands.
haven't.
Who expected Georges to be this good? Period. When they listed, when they did the the reveal for the queens, like I was not expecting this from Georges.
Nope.
Yeah, Georges really showed up. But she even said it in the TikTok chat thing, just like how like she felt like this competition has helped her evolve and like open up, be more of herself that she felt like she couldn't have been in a long time. You can tell from like the first maybe 4 episodes to like after like her breakdown and then RuPaul telling her into like the whole roast, and since then it's just been getting up there. And I'm really happy to see Georges like flourish in the way that she's been holding herself back since season 14.
Keep talking.
Well, yeah, well, because we actually didn't talk so much about the TikTok chat, but I did enjoy everybody's conversation with RuPaul. They all felt like very like coming to heartfelt. Like it felt like a really nice climax to like most of their Drag Race journey, because like I would like to think, even for them to do the season, like because no elimination, they probably will never come back to All Star. So if this is their last chance for All Stars,
maybe.
Well,
Elijah, we still need to talk.
Well, if that's their last chance for All Stars, I do think that those moments with Ru were really heartfelt and meaningful, and they all felt like from the fall.
I think that the way Drag Race has evolved over the years, and then bringing these girls back for All Stars and seeing how these girls have come into their own, have perfected their gift, has come back to revisit drag. The caliber of the show and the celebrity that comes with these queens is crazy. So those tic tac chit chats are like really a moment where Ru is kind of like handing them their roses.
Right.
Rightfully so.
Literally, rightfully so. And it's nice to see just the trajectory of like All Stars, like from All Stars 1 to All Stars 9, just how different it is with like the race, the meaning of just coming back, the showcasing of yourself coming back. I will say like since All Stars 4, the standard of like your look, like your potential, like it's not just about doing the best in the competition and winning the crown. And we even see that you can have the best runways, you know, and still not win the crown. But I think, you know, just coming back on Drag Race to make a different name for yourself is always going to be like that All-Star key. And I think so long as they pay attention to that, All-Stars will always shine.
I mean, we're highlighting folks that made, you know, strides and stuff like that. Yes, you know, Georges, you know, I forgot who you just pointed out. Or were you talking about Georges too?
I was talking about Georges at the moment, but overall everybody.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Georges definitely stepped up. I gotta definitely. We gotta definitely, because every queen grew. Every queen grew.
Right.
Even Chanel and everything. I definitely you know would say that, you know, Vanjie's growth was remarkable. Georges' growth was remarkable. I mean, I followed Plastique since her season, so I seen the growth over the course of through Instagram and stuff like that and everything, because a lot of her stuff on TikTok is on their Instagram, because I'm not on TikTok. China will not get my info.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so so like it's like I seen the growth with Plastique as far as her becoming a more of a actor type queen and getting her comedy chops this season and stuff, and not being so much of a fashionista serious, you know, I'm you know, look queen and everything. Yeah, but Vanjie and Plastique, to me, her growth really stood out, in addition to Georges, as like significant and, you know, remarkable, you know, and is definitely going to help them, you know, grow their brand throughout the next couple of years.
I want to keep going down this list, but I also want to point something else out since we're talking about growth. Someone grew on you. Someone grew on you seriously this season.
But we didn't talk on the list. We gonna talk about this when we talk about the final three and everything else like that. We gonna talk about that then.
All right, cool. All right, so after Georges, we had Plastique Tiara, who did all right, so the look itself was amazing. But she did like this lightsaber in the dark, swinging them around.
Yeah,
it was visually stunning, and then at the end of it, her two bra pieces turned into like sparks. She poured out marshmallows and was roasting the marshmallows.
But they didn't really get roasted, if you clock that too.
They did. You can't really expect that they would.
Yeah, not from those, you know, sparkly.
Little firecrackers.
No.
But people keep saying, roasted marshmallows.
But see, that's the thing. She sold the idea.
She sold the idea.
Like, without having to think, like, we know realistically they're not roasted.
Right.
But she sold the idea.
Yeah,
so that was kind of cool. It was as fantastical as it may have seemed because of all of the sparkling, shiny lights. It really wasn't that great of a performance.
It wasn't. Especially since, like I said before, it wasn't like it was an original song.
Right.
If it was an original song, maybe it would have did a little bit more, but it wasn't. It was someone's song, you performing to it, and the only thing that made it different was you in the dark doing it.
But you know what? I always give credit when the girls do something when they know that, hey, my piece isn't that good, but I could turn it up by shining, shimmering lights and stuff. Stuff that I know is going to grab your attention and distract you from the fact that I ain't got nothing behind it. That is still a strategy. And if it works,
and it's
even more kudos to
you have the talent to realize your shortcomings and to play to your strengths.
Exactly.
That is a talent.
That is a talent in itself. So in that sense, it's like I'm going to take a point because I see behind the smoke and mirrors, but I'm gonna give you 2 or 3 more points because you made this shit work.
Which is the same thing that Angeria did.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes. Absolutely. After Plastique, we had Nina West.
Mm-hmm.
Nina West. I first want to talk about. Well, I didn't talk about Plastique's reveal for her talent. She came out with like this little dress thing that like the sleeves went all the way across the stage, and then the dancers stripped it off. And
we're back on Plastique. Okay.
Yeah, because I want to talk about Nina's dress.
I was going to say because we was all on Nina.
I know y'all were ready. I wanted to talk about Nina's dress, but I had to mention Plastique's tearaway.
Mm-hmm.
It was worth mentioning.
Yes.
Now,
all right.
Nina comes out in this white thing with like the ruffles and the tulle or whatever it was, and the big dress or whatever. So as her intro was happening, she's singing, not live, by the way. She was lip syncing.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm not dancing live. I'm dancing.
So the dancers walked away from, and like the big dress turned into like a smaller sort of dress. Her message was drag is for everyone. It was very Broadway. It was very Disney drag. It was.
No, you gotta do it.
Gotta do what?
You gotta do it. If you're gonna say it, you gotta
do what? Drag is for everyone?
Yeah, you gotta say it.
I forgot how she said it. How did she say it?
In the Disney, like you're singing it in a Disney movie. No, you're not gonna do it. You're terrible. How you gonna have all these notes and then not have you're a music person at that? You just add it in your head. It's like Dragon for everyone.
You have to got the melody and everything.
Everyone.
See, you got it. It's more entertaining when you do it.
Yeah, I bet.
After Nina, we had Roxy Andrews doing homage to her talent back on ALLSTARS where she did burlesque. I actually enjoyed her burlesque performance. It was a talent. She lip synced and she did burlesque. She had a lot of booty and she shook it and it looked nice.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I liked her burlesque performance from the last one better. But hey, beggars can't be choosers, and yeah.
So sometimes I think it's like I think same with Angeria. I know I got this, so I give you a chill version of it instead of me like breaking my neck and doing all the tricks. So it was cute. I liked it, Roxy. Thank you for giving me something other than just music. Then you about to say something?
No, I was gonna say that that's the only thing that was different from her original performance of ALLSTARS, and that was just lip syncing. That's it. Other than that, it was the same thing.
I mean, how many ways can you?
It was just her by herself on the last one too.
Yeah.
You said what?
It was just her by herself.
Yeah, she did utilize the I guess the pit crew. I don't know. Maybe needed fireworks.
Right.
Yeah.
Like something more needed to be like more like than what it was. If you're gonna repeat something, it has to be more than just like you changing one thing.
Right. Then we have Chanel, who is juggling. There were no words. There was no lip sync. There was no dancing. It was just juggling. Started with bowling pins and went to nods or swords, whatever you want to call them.
But she did juggling on her original season too.
Yeah, she did. So it was a homage to her original season. It was cool. I don't know. It was good. I just don't know why it just felt underwhelming.
I don't know. I don't want to say because it's Chanel because that's rude, but it's not because it's Chanel. I just think there was no fire. Yeah, maybe it was like throwing fire torches.
I mean, she probably
does have those that can do it. You know, 'cause she's a juggler.
Right.
And you can tell she knows what she's doing. So I can
being an arsonist a talent.
Arsonist or no, they are fireworkers.
What are they called?
Right, is that what I'm talking about, right? So, cause
like fire, like fire.
Fire breathers, fire dancers,
like
they're fireworkers. There's like all different types of art forms where they use fire.
Right, but that would be a talent, right?
Yes. I don't know what their fire code is inside the studio.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's an option that could very well work. And then finally, we get Vanjie, who does a lip sync and dance, and she has a whole moment, all of leotards, reveals, pranking or spoofing Michelle Visage because she knows how she loathes those things. Which, by the way, I feel like RuPaul was doing the same thing with lime green on it. The biggest lime green highlighted dress in the world, sitting right next to Michelle.
She might have been trolling.
Okay. I think she was trolling Michelle.
Look at this dress. Love it.
But yeah, Vanjie did a lip sync about leotard. She did a good job. Liked it. She rested on what she knew.
What?
She had the little confetti thing pop off at one point. She fell back into the dancers at the end of the performance. She did some choreography, just a little bit, not much. It was the wind with it that made it what it was.
That was too choreography.
The choreography, the dancing was everything. I don't think I ever really stopped to watch Vanjie dance.
Yeah.
Like, Mama could move.
She was smooth.
He's underselling it. Vanjie performed.
Yeah,
okay.
She did.
She came out there and put on a whole BET. What the BET music awards used to be back in the day, type of performances, like must see appointment TV. Like that was.
No, one of her critiques, RuPaul said, was like, for everybody that couldn't get their Renaissance, just go see Vanjie because Vanjie ate.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
She said, she's like, I'm cheap too.
That was a paid performance right there that we all got for free.
That's like going to a Pride exclusive party and watching one of these queens perform. It was a good performance. Her dancing was on point. But again, Vanjie can dance.
But I feel like that's a talent within itself.
Yeah,
even just like thinking like the last year's talent show winners with like La Ree, like she killed that performance. Like, and it was her original song. So to Vanjie do the same thing, I feel it's only right. That
I feel like La Ree's performance was way better.
Well, yeah, she had the. It was her dancing and her training the other dancers to do the same exact. Yeah. It was on the same energy. That's what it was. It was like all on the same energy level. But Vanjie did a good job. I think it was definitely.
It's something else I wanted to talk about is earlier because we talked about Vanjie. I want to get messy real quick. This got Mick and Vanjie storyline. Stoney, tell me, do you have any thoughts or feelings about this?
I want parts.
High Key Lo-Fi, aka Better Half of Greatness, says Vanjie ate.
She did. She ate down.
Yes, Better Half of Greatness would also want parts of the got making Vanjie sandwich.
But my thing is, do you feel like you have thoughts about this?
No comment.
No comment? Okay, good. So I have the floor.
Yes.
I've watched season 11 where Vanjie and Brooklyn Heights had something that was mutual. You could tell that Vanjie was as much into Brooklyn as Brooklyn was into Vanjie. With Got Mick and Vanjie is not reciprocating that energy. She's being kind about it, but she's not feeling Got Mick. Y'all can see that, right? You see that, right, Summer? No?
No, I think Vanjie thinks that Got Mick is cute. but like whether or not anything sexual would happen, I don't know. I think Angie might be scared.
I mean, what
Yes,
she said dick was easy.
No, I feel like Angie likes got me. Not like that. That's the impression I get. She loves got me. They're friends, and she never looked at her like that. But now that's introduced, it's like, I guess, but like I feel like it's not. I think she's making herself believe that she does.
Have you been in those situations before?
Yeah.
That's how.
That's why.
situation.
I got
That sounds so bitter.
Yeah. Huh?
That sounds so bitter.
And if it do,
It's true though, probably.
Why is it a bitter thing?
at least I tell you, I'm bitter to your face. You got billions of people walking around here bitter behind your back, and I'm the one that punches them in the face when they, you know what I mean, get out of line. So, hey,
And
you're
he has
welcome.
never hit me. For those for those of you who are afraid that I'm an abused woman.
I'm talking about people that be trying to be bitter to his face and then get out of line. I be punching them in the face. Oh. No, you ain't gonna just walk up on my bro and then start talking shit. No, that's my job.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry because I was reading PJ's comment. I'll read it out loud. I think Angie is sweet or got me, just not as crazy and possessive.
Yes, I agree.
Nah, I disagree. But anyway, so we
went
get
through all that. We went through everybody. Yay!
And the winners are.
What are we doing next?
All
What's on
right.
the show next?
Did they do the runways? They did.
Huh?
They did.
Are we about to talk about those too?
I got it all down here.
You got it all down?
I got
all
it.
right, let's get into it.
All right, I'm gonna run through it.
Yes,
And Jerry came out with this big dress that looks like a feather, orange, teal,
like goldfish. Like it was
version.
definitely feathery goldfish.
Looked like
that's
Beauty
what I
and the
got.
Beast.
That's what I got.
I enjoyed it. Like I didn't get
feathery
the critique
goldfish.
that they said on the pit stop. Like I kind of got it, like what Katia said, but I personally enjoyed it because
Yeah, I liked it.
Because blue and orange.
How great was the pit stop?
Yo,
oh my
I
god!
freaking love the pit
We need to
stop.
bring
Oh
Bob
my
back.
God.
Bring Bob back as a host.
Let's start the campaign.
Just keep it
Bring
with Bob and
back.
Katia. Like honestly, just Bob and Katia.
That was a
I'm
really
okay.
good show. No, I want the special
They could
guest.
change the pit stop up like that, having two hosts and just like play off each other with like the guests. That would be cute.
But they got Raja and Raven, and then Katia and Trixie do their show, and you got
you can do Bob and Monet.
and Monet.
It's
like-
Bob and Monet, but Bob and Katia was fucking.
That was a
amazing.
good
That
combo.
was a great pit stop. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness.
All right.
So goldfish, feathery goldfish.
I enjoyed it because blue and orange are complementary colors, so that's
Then we
why
had
I
got Mick.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Mick, who she had like a gown that at the end, like it was like I guess
It was like very ruffled.
It was
very
big ruffle,
wavy.
but like the mermaid tail thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
like
it
she
was
had
like
a lot
train.
of she had a lot of like straps, sort of like the harness leather with the hooks and things like that.
Yeah, it was great. It was very much inspired by the Alexander McQueen
Collection. It was very gorge. It was a got me thing.
It was, but I feel like that was not like an Alleganza look. I feel like she could have did something different.
I liked it.
I would prefer.
It was
I liked
typical.
it.
It
I would
was
prefer
typical
different
got Mick for me, and that's what my critique is. I would
Yeah.
like to see a bit more for it to be a finale look.
I get got mixed, so I like
because
it.
you've seen her
I
season
liked
3
it.
finale look. I mean, season 13. Like
that was amazing.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So like that didn't get the same energy.
Yeah, well, she was in the running that time. I think she kind of knew she wasn't in the running, so I ain't gonna do all. Yeah, man.
I mean, how she got this outfit before they came to the show, and I think what got mixed
She might have got the script. She might have got an advance
we're not
copy
doing
of the
this.
script, right? Because
Who's
All right.
next?
So then we get Georges. She comes in
Yes.
with this Selena-inspired red look, big hair, roses on the dress, look gorgeous.
Look gorgeous, Georges.
Yeah, Georges looked gorgeous. She really did.
She did.
She looked amazing.
This was a great look for her for the finale. Giving her all her roses.
Yes.
Get it?
Yes.
Yeah, because she
But
has beautiful
Wait,
rose.
wait. Then we have Plastique Tiara, and she comes out with this Vietnamese costume, or paying homage to a Vietnamese tradition or something. Like
Right.
she didn't explain exactly the origins of the look, but
So
I'm
it's
telling you,
it's a
amazing.
form of a Vietnamese armor that they wear. And so she kind of like played off of it and kind of feminized it and stuff like that and everything. Yeah, so
I live for it.
Yeah.
I live for everything plastic.
Yes, plastic is a statement.
she said it was a love letter to all the Vietnamese boys that feel like her or felt like her and everything, and so they'll know exactly what it meant.
So then we have Nina West, and Nina West came out with a blue gown on.
Which is really beautiful. It was beautiful gown.
It was an okay gown. The hair was absolutely amazing.
I loved it.
The hair was spectacular. Like every kind of drag fantasy kind of hair.
It is.
Like, it was amazing.
And she had a blue gown on.
Yeah, the blue gown.
Knew not to play for the for that runway.
She knew the hair. She knew. I'm gonna bring some hair.
Roxy Andrews walks out like an ethereal golden goddess. She had fringes all on her dress. She had this crown on.
Now you know what she should have came
makeup,
out to.
Face jewelry. Huh?
She should have came out to Dr. Kobe shit. Talking about GODDSS.
Yes.
This because like wow, she looked so ethereal and just
goddess.
It was golden, and the gold like played really nice off of her skin tone, and it just elevated like her beauty. Like that runway.
Yeah, Roxy.
Yeah,
Roxy. After Roxy, we get Chanel. Chanel comes out in like a 1920s flipper diamond / rhinestone type of gown. Right. It was all threaded and beaded, like there was no fabric underneath it or whatever, which was really cute.
Yeah.
And she had like this dog thing, like the dog statue that she was walking because it was on wheels, and it was so cute.
Yeah,
she had black hair, which was a good different look for her. Chanel, this was a challenge episode outfit runway look. This wasn't a finale look for Chanel. I don't think.
Yeah, like if she did it in a different challenge, I think it would like definitely give her the win. But it was definitely like not eleganza.
Yeah.
No, it was terrible.
I wouldn't say terrible.
I wouldn't say that it wasn't terrible. I wouldn't say it wasn't terrible either. But what I would say is that I think that it could have been better executed because the way that the folds and everything in the fabric was happening.
I wonder if she just started working on it, so
or maybe she had it for a while when maybe she was a little bit bigger. She might have been at a bigger stage in life. Who knows?
Yeah, you might be right. They were there for 10 weeks up until then.
Or
maybe to where it's just
a Safira moment. Remember, Safira had that big, beautiful dress that she couldn't wear because she couldn't dance in it, and like maybe something happened to her original look, and she said, "Well, I got this here. I can try this." That's what that outfit looked like to me.
So that was Chanel.
And then finally, we got Vanjie. Now, Vanjie came out with a bodysuit, but she had on this big Cookie Monster fluffy type jacket, and she did this cute thing where she had like her name plated like a chain almost throughout her entire outfit.
Yeah, but it was like over her bodysuit to kind of look like a little mini dress, honestly, of like her name in like jewelry. But like it was cute. It was cute. She had the thigh-high boots, custom thigh-high boots. Thigh-high boots.
So
she said it.
So these were their runway looks. We are at the end. Now, we're at the point now where the judges have given their critiques, and RuPaul is about to name the top 2 queens. Remembering that the top 2 queens will get an extra 3 beautiful Benefactress badges. And as we want, let's talk about the rankings real quick. So as it stands, Nina, Vanjie, and Gottmik all have 2. Yeah, I was counting 3 of them. But the 3 of them have 2.
No, Vanjie has 3.
No, she has two.
Benji has 2.
She has 3. All right, yeah.
So
She probably thought she won the musical, but she didn't.
right. So they all have 2 badges. Then Chanel and Angeria have 3 badges. Plastique and Georges have 4, and Roxy have 5. We're waiting the results of the double diamond, but also Rue reveals the top 2 queens of the evening happen to be Angeria Paris Van Michaels and Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. So they both get 3 badges, which brings the
3 beautiful Benefactress.
Vanjie up to 5 badges.
And Jerry up to 6.
Angeria has 6. Now she's in the lead. And then the only other person that's anywhere close to being there is Roxy. So those are our top 3 queens.
Holy guacamole.
But imagine if Nina gave her badge to Chanel, and Chanel technically would have 4.
Oh, wait, because we didn't talk about the double diamond.
Right.
Thank you.
So then RuPaul announces the double diamond to finalize the top 3.
Which the winner of the double diamond happens to be, for the second time, Nina West getting congeniality. Because that's all that was. She got the congeniality vote. But unfortunately, Nina West only had 2 badges.
Yeah.
So it only doubled to being 4 at the end, which is not enough to be in the finale.
So you can donate them to the Trevor Project, and they can
Wow.
auction them off at one of these auction houses, and I'm sure somebody will buy those beautiful Benefactress pages and can raise some money for Trevor. There you go.
Well, I think just the whole double diamond thing was just very pointless to the point where everybody voted for somebody that literally didn't make it to the finale, and honestly, in my opinion, had no chance to get into the finale from based off the track record. I just think Nina was not the best pick. If they really want somebody who they thought to get in the finale, they should have did Plastique or even Georges. But I think maybe that was a strategy too.
It was all a strategy. I think that the reason why Nina won was definitely strategy.
So yeah, but I don't know. Between that and the snippers, I just feel like they just were doing they were just raising the stakes for nothing.
Let's talk about all of the pointless things that happened this season, like the snippers, the beautiful not the Benefactress, but the double diamond, and the way they were throwing out badges and some of the challenge. There was a lot of
there's a lot going on.
The 1 week immunity for the snippers. That Nina won. That did not.
Yeah, the Nina one. That was pointless.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was.
They should have just gave her the money to begin with.
Literally, just gave her the money and kept it pushing.
Forgot all about that too. Yeah, that was definitely poor. Or the immunity could have went to someone else.
Exactly. Like Angeria, who would have needed
it. Hello, and she actually didn't do bad that mini challenge either. So.
Which, I mean, we have this storyline now. Let's talk about Vanjie first, because we all love Vanjie. We love how she has just shined. Love to see Vanjie. Bring her back as many times so we can see her. Let her be a lip sync assassin. Let her pop in the workroom with the girls from time to time and just introduce a challenge or something. We love to see Vanjie. Give us more Vanjie.
Vanjie versus the world.
Right.
It is rigging for her, yep.
And seeing
Canada,
how much she's grown. I think it's a great thing to see Vanjie. Her having 2 badges in the beginning and going through most of the competition with just her 2 and still ending up in the finale was the proof that it really was anyone's game.
Right? Yeah, honestly. And she always felt that from the confessionals, for how she was in the workroom, you can tell that she always felt she was going to find her way to get in that finale, and she did.
And I want to read what Elijah says here. Elijah said, again, with my Mario Party references, LOL. But to wake it up,
Yeah.
they should have had them vote, and the winner could take someone's star or
I said
badges.
this last
LOL.
time too.
I would have raised out of my bed. Fire.
That would definitely be a good little twist to add into, especially next year with what they're planning, because all the tea
that
leaves
should've been like that.
with the next season of All Stars is that it's going to be the biggest All Star season ever. It's going to be broken up into 3 different premiere nights where they're going to have 3 different groups of queens come, and there will be eliminations on all 3 nights. So during the first week, 3 queens will go home, not just 1, 3 queens. And then they'll bring all of the queens together after that, and then 1 queen will be eliminated traditional All-Star style after that.
I want to see how next year going to be.
That's what the rumors are saying.
Right, because it's just, I don't know, All-Star.
RuPaul.
Like,
that's one thing. Another thing I wanted to put out there, because a lot of people, we haven't announced the winner. Vanjie, Angeria, and Roxy are the top 3.
Right.
They have to do their do a lip sync. It's a solo lip sync. They just splice the videos like ours is spliced. You see all playlist on the screen.
Literally.
Yes.
This is how
Just
each of them.
exactly how it was, except that then they highlighted certain parts of certain people and stuff. But other than that, they were all doing a.
Yeah, which Roxy had the most time, Vanjie had the second most time, and Angeria had the least the most time. So we see more of Roxy and Vanjie than we did of like Angeria. And even watching back, you could kind of tell. I seen the seconds on Twitter. It was like Roxy, I think, got like 40 seconds. Angeria had like, Vanjie had like 36, and Angeria had like 32. Which is like, kind of crazy. Like that's how much times they gave her like on screen to showcase like the
eventual winner, and it wasn't anything special. They picked the worst 30-something seconds to put on of her because
I feel like it was more. They just probably didn't know how to edit it. Or honestly,
more bad.
Well, to kind of even go back to what I was saying, like, well, maybe if it was more bad, they probably did choose the right idea. But if this was like a different part 2 where they had time to show us like each girl like one more time for, I would have to take the whole song and had the screens like be split like that. That would have did me more justice than just like 2 minutes, less than that. It felt like of the song of them just like.
Well, they always do on actual stage and performing and everything. They always do the full song.
That's what I'm saying. So why not show us?
Right, but my thing is, why haven't they ever? Like they're sitting on so much gold.
Yeah.
Like so much, you know what I mean? Like people would, I would get a WoW subscription if they had the full uncut lip syncs.
Yeah.
On WoW, I would get a WoW subscription.
I think when RuPaul Drag Race
just
cancels,
to watch.
that's when they're gonna do something like that. When that shows that it's like it's ad.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
The full lip syncs. Y'all got them.
Okay.
Y'all got them. Just release the snot. Just release the Snyder cuts.
All the tea that's gonna come out for that. It's like this girl really didn't know the words.
Yeah.
Like
oh my goodness.
So they lip sync to Janet Jackson, and RuPaul brings out Kylie Sonic Love to grant the tiara or the scepter. I'm sorry.
Yeah, to present the scepter.
Present the scepter to the queen that Ru announced. Now, before I announce who Ru announced, I just want people to understand that it's called RuPaul's Drag Race. Everyone's always complaining, because I know last season with the regular season of 16, I was complaining about the winner. Well, not so much the winner, but the one who didn't win. So, like it, love it, hate it. It's not called the King Kevyn Drag Race or Stoney's Drag Race or Rosko Drag Race. It's not called Pookie Drag Race.
It should be called Stoney's Drag Race.
But it's not.
I'm sorry, sure.
I'm sorry, sweetie, but it's not.
You shut up.
It is called RuPaul's Drag Race. And that's the thing that you have to understand. When we see all of these lip syncs throughout each season, it's not a consensus as to who wins those lip syncs. We can say how many times we call bullshit on RuPaul because they know it's some bullshit, but it's still RuPaul's Drag Race. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all those in between, RuPaul has crowned the queen of All Stars 9 for charity. And that person is Angeria Paris Van Michaels.
Woo! Come on, Stoney. You know you want to clap for her.
Clap, Stoney.
No clap.
Stoney.
Hold on, I got two puppets here. I got two puppets with me right now.
Wow, not two puppets.
Come on, clap, Stoney.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
You can't give Angeria her props.
No.
Like what? Wow.
I can give her props, I will, but y'all just being puppets of RuPaul right now. And
That's not being
That's not being a
That's
puppet.
calling a spade a spade.
Yes.
guys,
We clap for
Tell me
Olympia and we
what
want Sophia
influence
to
do
win.
you think anybody has over those decisions?
oh,
I'll wait.
goodness.
Nobody. RuPaul is the only person who. I'm about to cut his camera. You remember on the radio how we used to cut each other mics?
Yeah, I do.
No, but for real. RuPaul, whether you agree with her or not, RuPaul has historically, exclusively
Whatever.
chosen
The
who she
eyes
decided
don't lie.
she wanted to.
At the
be
end,
on.
yes, and then don't say that you are going to be lip syncing for the crowd.
She's got to do her dramatics. She's got to.
Don't say that the lip sync is for the crowd. If the lip sync is not for the crowd, then just say prior to tonight you were asked to prepare a lip sync to whatever.
You're lip
Now,
syncing
don't
for your
fuck it up.
charity. No, not even that. You're right. You can't say that. I agree with
It's
that.
for charity.
But all right, I want to read this. Based on told y'all last week, LOL. Based on the storyline, either Roxy was going to win and keep her lip sync title, or Angie was going to get the last laugh from the feud, and my girl won.
Exactly. Clock that T. Elijah be on it. That's literally what happened. I love that storyline because
Stoney.
Angeria, like, listen, so it's okay. She came in that work and said the name's Angie, but Angeria, but you call me Angie 2.0, bitch. Like, she meant that shit. And look, she really showed us that this is the 2.0 of Angeria, and I think she definitely executed every week to showcase that. Even if her woman wasn't the best that episode, her woman was not. Neither was.
So. I want to.
That is the benchmark. Nina West is the benchmark. Absolutely.
I would like
Sorry,
to be devil's advocate real quick though, because I think the energy that Stoney's feeling is validated because track record and overall talent, and yeah, there's no reason that Roxy shouldn't have won.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being fair and honest. Roxy, by all accounts, should have won. I think that Angeria earned,
especially if the lip sync matters. If the lip sync matters at the end, then yes, Roxy should have won. And Angeria was third at best. Watching that lip sync, I thought that Vanjie and Roxy performed better than Angeria in that lip sync, and thusly it should have been between those two. But who cares, RuPaul? Apparently.
I mean, to be fair, Jinx didn't win that lip sync against Monet, and we all knew that, and Jinx still won. It's just like you if you're gonna be mad at something like that, you gotta be mad at everything else. But
Jinx, that's true.
It's really, I really
Jinx
think
won what? Not that lip sync.
I'd stand 10 toes down. I came in here the next day and said that Jinx won that lip sync. I'm standing 10 toes down
That's
on
your
it.
opinion.
You can knock
Right,
on my,
that's
you
your
can
opinion.
knock
And a
on
lot of
my
people disagree
and,
with it, and still give Jinx her props because she's still the queen of all queens.
Right.
in which that's never gonna be taken away from. But child,
Yeah. Roxy again. If Roxy would have won, I would have celebrated her just as much. I would have been a little, just a pinch of salty for Angeria, but I wouldn't have been disappointed.
yeah.
But I'm not
anything-
saying. But I'm not saying that Roxy. You know what I mean. I would have been okay with either Roxy or Vanjie. I just didn't think Angeria placed. Based off of that lip sync. But where everybody takes it to the account, the whole yes, I get it, the track record and everything, I get it. She has a strong, absolutely, plausible, strong case, and kudos to her for her resume and everything and all her success on the season. Do I think that her crown isn't deserved? No, I am not Q. Okay, I am not Q. All right, I definitely can see that Angeria, deserves the crown. Did I think that she won it? No, I think it was, it was some pageantry.
So I would say
gesturing
this too,
going on.
Rosko. I think that we get connected to those that we like. And our emotions sometimes makes us feel like, yes, my girl. I'm glad she won.
Yeah.
And again, I stand by that. But I see where Stoney's coming from. Where you look at like the legitimate, logical everything. But I want to talk about what Elijah just said. Angeria was the most blocked. She was tied for most challenge wins. She had the most badges.
I said resume is absolutely amazing.
She only lost one lip sync out of 5 this season. Unlike Plastique, LOL. She cleared it.
Plastique's not in the conversation.
Well,
we're talking about Roxy and Vanjie, the finalists. All right.
Just to kind of go back to what I was saying earlier, just like about the whole scissors being pointed. I felt like there were some episodes if like the scissors were not implemented, and Jerry probably could have very much won those challenges too. But I'm a firm believer of like, because it was a charity team.
All right, I'm gonna take that back because there's a lot of times people that will block really didn't.
Yeah, they didn't
place in the next episode for it to matter.
Critiques,
but I feel like because they didn't really try. But that's what I'm saying too.
Maybe.
Like if it wasn't that implemented and it was like something else, then maybe.
No, because the name of the game is winning money for your charity at the end of the day. So why would you phone a weekend when you can still win money for your charity?
I don't know. They probably just think about the whole badge count.
Stupid.
Because you could be
thinking
about
about
and do
count.
all those reveals and not win your lip sync.
I mean, so that's the two ways to look at it. World. The two ways to look at it.
She got badges and they won no lip syncs, and
she barely won.
She ain't won any.
She got the most and got 4 badges.
Yeah.
So
all those badges and no money.
It's like that's what I'm saying. You can sell them or auction them jokers off to people.
As much as she cried about how proud Ru was that she was here, she not selling them. She holding on to those mementos.
Okay.
Nope, I'm auctioning them off for my charity.
But I do feel like Angeria,
it's drag queen saved the world.
Right. And to me, Angeria saved the world. They were like, listen to the storyline. They were trying to take her down. Like, if it's heroes against her, they were trying to block her. They kept trying to beat her from when she was blocking the girls back. All this fuss about Angeria, and even Roxy even said in the beginning, like, Angeria's the only one who she's not the closest with because, like, she don't really know her like that. And, and I think just her being that, I would say almost fish out of water type of setting where, like, most of the girls are very well known each other. The only person she really knows is Georges and Chanel. But even with that, like, Chanel's a older season 1 girl and just coming back. At least Roxy been back in like the 20 teens, like that was more recent All-Stars 2 than like Chanel from All-Stars 1.
Right.
So I just think it was so much up against Angeria, and the fact that she overcame it, that was a whole storyline of the show, and I think that was a more meaningful ending and a win for her because she did overcome a lot just to get this crown.
And Elijah chimed in to say, to be fair, first half of the season, Angie was getting the winner's edit. Last half, Roxy kicked into high gear and got the winner's edit. So it could have went either way. So
I would say that Georges and Roxy got the winner's edit.
I would agree.
Georges had a winner moment edit. I wouldn't say she got the winner edit, but she had a winner moment edit when that whole
she was riding away.
Yeah.
Like
that. But Georges was riding away.
But also you could say that Vanjie had a couple episodes where she was getting the winner's edit too. Because, so a couple people got the winner's edit. And outside of Nina and Chanel, who didn't get much of a winner's edit. Chanel got the serious comeback kid edit, Nina didn't get any kind of edit other than here's Nina West. So
despite all of our differences of opinion when it comes down to who won the crown, RuPaul saw fit to give it to Angeria.
So congratulations, Angeria Paris Van Michaels, for earning your slot in the Drag Race Hall of Fame. With the likes of Chad Michaels and Alaska, and Trinity and Monet and Shea Coulee and
Trixie, Kylie, and Jimbo.
Yeah, Kylie and Jimbo, and then you, yes, and then of course we don't, yes. What about All-Star 7? Again, that was all winners, and the winner was declared the queen of all queens. So Jinx is at the top of the pyramid. All right, the only person that is above Jinx is RuPaul. So that's why we don't include season 7, because it doesn't deserve to be in there. Okay.
Leaving its own. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for this entire season of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Hold on. Let's give some love to King Kevyn for putting on his reporter's hat. He had notes. He had.
You should have seen how.
It was like, wow. Look at you. Look at you.
Really productive.
Look at him.
Yes.
Being the reporter man. Mr. Reporter Man. Yeah.
So
Oh, now I'm getting
Diving in.
Oh.
And the Georgia.
It's a finale show. It's a finale show. We had to.
Right, that's why I said you came through for the finale. I lived.
Yeah, had to make sure that we had our details together for this. I was going to be guessing on stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I'm happy that we got to do this. This was a very long show today.
Thank y'all. It was extra long because of the finale, and we took a week off for that filler episode bullcrap that RuPaul was doing. So yeah, thank y'all for hanging with us. We are going to take a couple weeks off, all right, to figure out what we're going to be doing between now and regular season. All right.
We got some ideas.
We got some ideas. Some possible shows to cover. So let us know in the comments where you would like to see us, what you would like to see us cover for the off season. Would y'all like us to just cover Drag Race rumors and gossips? Would y'all like us to cover Traitors, US? Would y'all like us to cover Big Brother?
House of Villains.
House of Villains. You know, there's things. We want to hear from you.
Okay. Here we go.
I want to do Global All-Stars.
Elijah said do Global All-Stars.
They're not watching it, Elijah. I'm watching it, though.
Love you too, Mom.
Love you, Mom. Elijah, that sounds like a great idea.
Elijah, when we in the box, we'll talk about Global All-Stars.
Sounds like an awesome idea.
We definitely want to talk about doing Global All-Stars.
Yes.
But we'll be back with some more stuff again. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We will have little tidbits and snippets of things in between for you guys to enjoy. Stoney, is there anything you want to say? Well, before we close, before I even let you say that, Rosko, thank you for being our staff boy.
Our staff boy.
Thank you for popping in several episodes this season to help us out.
This season,
you'll be back.
Yes. I'll see y'all All-Stars. Season 17.
We'll talk about extending the internship.
Oh yes, please do.
And everything and saying yeah.
So that's being not paid.
Yeah.
And
it's fine. Somebody gotta get coffee.
Wow.
Okay.
It's been a while. Stoney, help us out here.
Hey, be with her. Make sure you go out and vote. Register to vote.
Yes.
Thank y'all for coming. God bless you and good night.